Okay, the next assignment we're going to talk about is portraiture. And your job is to take a portrait of somebody on location and try to capture some aspect of their personality. That's the main part of the assignment. Just one picture, but you'll want to experiment and try a couple of different things. But one of the biggest things you have to look at when you're doing portraiture and taking pictures of people in general is what kind of light do you have to work with? And it's not only the directness of this light, which is very harsh and direct, but also the angle of the light to your subject. And what can you do to modify that light source a little bit? Well, one thing you can do in this particular situation is if you have a very strong and direct light source coming from one side, well, that can be really dramatic and that can look really cool. So maybe you don't want to get rid of that, but maybe you want to do something about this side of the face or this side of the person a little bit. And you can use a reflector very simply and very easily. And this is just a piece of styrofoam. And bring that in, and now that's going to fill this side of the face. You can even have your model or your person you're photographing hold it for you. And as long as you're doing a tight shot, you'll never see that this is in the frame. And you can bring this closer and it gets brighter, and you can move this further away and it gets darker, or you can get rid of it altogether. So a couple things you can do with a reflector to try and soften this side of the face or bring in a little fill. Now we talked about the fill flash in the previous video. This might be an opportunity to use that little bit of fill flash to bring a little bit of light into the person's face. So when we have a harsh and direct light source like we have here, you want to look at maybe filling or reflecting that far side and filling it in just a little bit more and try to soften the light source. A few things that you want to try. Now you can just use a piece of paper, a piece of cardboard that you could spray paint white. Any number of things you can use to make a reflector. Doesn't have to be expensive. Like I said, this is just a piece of styrofoam. So try a couple different things with light direction, light quality, and filling in. In the next video, we're going to show same kind of a light direction, but a very soft and diffused light source, and see how that looks.